finalists, Top Rank, and your King of Beers, Budweiser, present the IBA 4-round Super Heavyweight Championship of the World. This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, along with the International Boxing Association. The three judges assigned scoring this bout on a 10-point must system will be Dwayne Ford, Al Lefkowitz, and Art Lurie. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Joe Cortez. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trimmed with silver letters, he weighs 211 pounds. He comes to us from Kidder, Missouri, with a professional record of 8 victories, 1 loss with 1 draw, and 5 KOs to his credit. Here is the challenger, Cowboy Billy Eaton. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the stars and bars and weighing in at 317 pounds. His professional record, 33 victories, 25 knockouts with only 1 defeat. From Jasper, Alabama, presenting the IBA 4-round Super Heavyweight Champion of the World, Butterbean.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all time. Give me good sportsmanlike conduct. Understood? All right, touch him up.
Jim, I'm told that Mitchell Rose, the sometimes fighter who beat Butterbean, now wears a T-shirt that says, "I beat Butterbean." It wouldn't be a disappointment to some of us spoiled sports if more people could wear such a T-shirt.
Bill Eaton is a southpaw, and he floors Butterbean with his first punch of the fight. A straight left hand.
6.
Now there's a statement.
8. You okay?
Give that man a T-shirt which says at least I knocked Butterbean down.
Butterbean rushes out, no defense, hands down.
Butterbean doesn't expect to have to defend himself.
You can't do that in boxing.
Now he gets in 2 solid body punches to Eaton's rib cage. And Eaton wearing a Dallas Cowboys pair of trunks. No, it says Cowboy, not Cowboys. And what about those shoes, George? You were pointing to his shoes when he came into the ring.
No, I was actually pointing to those calf muscles. This guy's got muscles in his legs that would frighten even me.
So maybe he can handle Butterbean's punch?
It's hard to knock guys down when you look down and see ankles like that. They got something to stand on.
Well, Bill Eaton spars with his brothers to prepare for experiences like this, and he's got a younger brother who's a football guard in a Missouri university, one of the smaller schools there, weighs over 300 pounds, and is the perfect preparation for this.
Break out, please. Let him out,
Even
please.
though he's had a quick knockdown, he should try to box a bit more. Butterbean can hit hard.
Butterbean isn't coming forward as recklessly as we've seen him in the past after taking that shot, George.
Oh, but Eaton can make you taste fear.
Eaton packs a wallop, doesn't he? Eaton with a couple more straight lefts.
Butterbean just want to get 1 in, though. I'll take 3 to your 1, to my 1.
Don't hold the head. Let him go, please. Don't be pulling that head, Butterbean.
Some Butterbean opponents have been so poorly conditioned that they were totally exhausted by the second round. Eaton takes a body shot and another, and doesn't look as though he's wilted yet. War of attrition in there.
Come on, let's go.
Both men taking a lot of punishment. When Mitchell Rose beat Butterbean in Madison Square Garden, he sliced him up with a technical boxing performance. Not Eaton. He's trying to out Butterbean the Bean.
Butterbean's best weapon is to keep leaning on you with those 300 pounds.
Let's go, come on.
After he hits you, he belly bumps you.
But he's leaned on the ropes in this round more often than he's leaned on Eaton. And Eaton continues to land that straight left hand behind the little right jab. Good round for Bill Eaton, including the knockdown that started the fight.
Straight left hand to open the round. Must have been thinking about that one all the way in Missouri.
A lot of that had to do with Butterbean walking right into it.
Butterbean did some good body damage later on and hurt Eaton. Eaton is getting paid $2,000 for this, says he needs it to pay a few bills. Butterbean is getting upwards of $50,000.
Eaton forgot his mouthpiece.
Come on.
Where did we see
All
that
right,
before?
time in. Let's go.
Eaton forgot his mouthpiece for the second round. Guess it only happens in the heavyweight fights, huh?
Now, by my reckoning, if that was a 2-point round, Eaton just has to win one round, and he's won the fight. One of these last 3 rounds. If he gets a 10-9 round, he would win the fight.
He's standing up.
Unless he had been knocked down.
Or out, which is what Butterbean's counting on. Butterbean doesn't pay a lot of attention to what it will take to win the fight by decision. It's not what he's expecting.
No knockdown.
Eaton's corner told him to move a bit, and he's trying it.
He's got 3 brothers in his corner. Manager Terry, trainer Glenn, cutman Charles. All the Eaton brothers.
Come on, don't be holding, don't be holding.
A lot of what is happening to Butterbean is because he doesn't understand he's in with a southpaw, and this guy's hitting him in the wrong direction. Takes a moment to realize that, and I don't even think his corner told him this is a southpaw.
Suddenly, Butterbean is backing up.
But when he picks up his defense to protect himself, it's not a protection from a southpaw.
Butterbean's camp assuring us that that knockdown in round 1 marks the first time that the Bean has been down in his 30-plus professional exercises.
The Bean was planted.
Right hand over the top for Butterbean. Eaton grins at the crowd. Says, hey, he's rabbit punching me, and Cortez agrees and says, Butterbean, don't hit him behind the head.
Oh, bring on, come on, let's go. Let's go.
Butterbean is running right into that southpaw's power.
Don't be holding the head, don't be holding the head. Come on, don't be holding behind the head, my man. Let's go.
Eaton apparently believes that the best defense is a good offense. Every time Butterbean steps toward him, Eaton rears back and fires.
And he rarely misses.
Come on, get him out.
He is landing a lot. No apparent damage to Butterbean in this round. But if you're scoring at home, you might be scoring a second consecutive round for the heretofore unknown Bill Eaton.
And Butterbean now has a bloody nose.
Come on, let's go. Keep on.
So that's his
Let's go.
reward for the second round.
All right, Bean. You're not throwing punches at all.
Got a fire bean, buddy.
You gotta throw punches. Billy, I need that bucket over here.
Water be cool. Give me some water.
Give me some water.
Don't go.
Coming up in the semifinal bout of the evening, Raul Marquez, 154-pound champion, against a last-minute throw-in opponent named Keith Mullings. We had hoped to see Marquez tonight against Yori Boy Campos in a bout that would have gotten a lot of attention. As it turns out, against the underdog Mullings, it's a showcase for Marquez, who hopes someday to be an opponent for his former Olympic roommate, Oscar De La Hoya.
Here's a pretty nice uppercut by Butterbean. I think the question now is whether Eaton has the conditioning to survive the last 2 rounds, because he looks tired.
Takes a right hand to the chest. Butterbean doesn't throw as many punches to the body as I think he should, George, to take advantage of all of his physical advantages.
He's so confident in his power upstairs that he figures it's a waste.
You're assuming that Butterbean knows how to throw a body punch.
Yeah, he does.
Well, we saw him land a couple of body shots in the first round, and Eaton appeared to be stricken, whether with fear or with pain at that time.
Harold Letterman, how do you have the first two rounds?
You know, Larry, so far I'm with you. In the first round, I thought Bill Eaton did deserve an extra point for that sucker punch. So I scored a 10-8 Eaton. In the second round, Bill Eaton outfought him. I got a 2-0, 20-17 in favor of Bill Eaton. And if he can keep this up, he can win this fight.
Right, and he could wear an I Beat Butterbean t-shirt.
Exactly.
Even better, he can wear a t-shirt that says, I floored Butterbean and I beat him.
Don't be holding, don't be holding, don't be holding.
Boy, when Butterbean hit this fella, he withers.
Break out.
Eaton looks over and grins at us, even as he reels away from Butterbean, seemingly totally exhausted from the effort. So to the degree that you can enjoy yourself in an affair like this, I think Eaton's enjoying himself.
And he's smart enough to tie Butterbean up whenever Butterbean hits him.
Let's go, come on, let's go, turn around.
There's the body attack.
Come on, get those hands out, get him out.
This is when you start looking for oxygen.
Well, if he can hold and stand up for 4 more minutes, and if the judges see the fight the way Larry Merchant and Harold Letterman have seen it so far, then Eaton could be en route to an upset decision win over the Bean. Butterbean grinning now as he looks for an opportunity to set the man up.
Well, I saw the first knockdown by Eaton, and the rest I've seen Butterbean.
George, you just love Butterbean.
Break out, come on.
With cornbread.
Well, you get plenty of cornbread with this Butterbean. All you can eat. Butterbean grins at us just as Eaton did a couple minutes ago. After all, being big stars on a national stage like this is part of the attraction, part of the thrill.
He'll be a legend in Kidder, Missouri, and his Ford plant forever.
Yeah. What do you think it'll be like Monday back on the old assembly line?
Come on, bring your head up, baby. Bring your head
Boy,
up.
if Butterbean lose that temper again, you're going to see something.
Come on, get his hands out of there. Get him out of there. Come on.
Eaton is so powerful with those big, strong legs that every time he hit Butterbean, it hurts.
Butterbean bleeding from the nose again as round 3 comes to a close. 3 more minutes for Butterbean to try to maintain his nearly unblemished record. He's only lost once.
If he loses his fourth,
Still standing. It's the last round. I don't want any holding.
those big, thick calves that they showed a few minutes ago. If Butterbean loses his 4-round title, he can always move up to a 6-round title.
Touch him up.
Don't worry, George. 8 other organizations will come forward and declare that he's their 4-round champion.
Looping your right hand, buddy. Give him some water, guys.
So, I think you got him outscored pretty good, but let's not take that chance. Okay? I want you to pick.
All right, come on. Last round, you got to go like that.
And final round.
CompuBox numbers through the first 3 rounds. Our punch counters at ringside see Bill Eaton landing 20 more punches than Butterbean, throwing 21 more punches than Butterbean, and his percentage 7 points higher than that of the Bean. So at least via the raw numbers of CompuBox, Eaton looks like a winner there too.
Butterbean just wants to land one good shot. That straight right hand he has.
Threw it a little wide that time.
Yeah, if he can just land one, he thinks it'll all be over.
You think so too, George?
No doubt about it. He's just been inches and inches away from getting that big punch in.
But Eaton still got those strong legs. Eaton likes to get in close and lean against Butterbean.
And he's got the legs to do it with.
That's right. Takes away some of Eric Esch's massive advantages. Uppercut landed for Butterbean, and Eaton looked as though he didn't enjoy that one.
Now Butterbean should just put the pressure on. The knockout is there for Butterbean if he only looks up and keep the pressure on.
Halfway through round 4, Eaton keeps pressing forward. Time. Clock will stop with about 90 seconds to go in the 4th round. And this could be a blessing for Eaton as he gets a chance to gain a breather here.
Absolutely, Jim, because he's obviously not in fighting trim. Not that Butterbean is, but Butterbean fights a lot.
All right, time in.
Boy,
Big cut over Butterbean's left eye.
Butterbean's lost his temper now.
Come on, get the hand out. Come on. Let go, let go, let go. Hold.
Eaton just trying to hold on and make it through. And the blood is going to impair Butterbean's vision out of the left eye.
Maybe you'll be able to land a punch now.
And Eaton's just going to grab and hold the rest of the way.
Come on, get those hands out. Come on, get it
Boy,
out.
he got it. Butterbean is ready now.
All right, break out till you break out. Come
Any
on.
time now, that big punch could come for Butterbean.
Oh, come on, man. Yo, punch this out.
Butterbean is upset, I'm telling you.
Butterbean landed a hard left hand, but Eaton is grabbing and holding effectively.
Come on, guys. Let me rough tack to the inside.
Blood streaming down the left side of Butterbean's face. Eaton holding him, hugging him, leaning in close, not giving the big man a clean shot.
Yeah, but he's getting hit hard.
Oh, he's getting punished. And he's still throwing too.
Go hit on the break. Let's go.
That Butterbean is...
All right, break out. Come on.
Crowd understands the urgency of the situation. We get into the last 20 seconds.
Come on, let's go. Break out. Step back.
There's real suspense here as Butterbean faces the specter of a possible second defeat. Would it shatter his career?
All right, come on, let's go. Get on.
Oh, but if I'm a judge, I'll look at all of that.
Oh my gosh. Bill Eaton's left eye is about to swell up like a baseball. Oh my gosh.
Last round, that's why I didn't bring the chair.
Butterbean has one of the biggest cuts we've seen in a while. This was a bruising battle.
From pillar to post.
Final CompuBox numbers. The punch stat graph line shows 78 out of 194 for Eric Butterbean Esch. 92 out of 193 for Bill Eaton. Is it a victory for the Ford assembly line back in Missouri?
Well, if it isn't, I want to know why.
For me, I see Butterbean the aggressor. In the last 2 rounds, he pulled him out. It's a matter of the judges.
George, look at his face. Look at how many shots he was taking. Straight shots right on the nose, right on the chin, right on the head.
Oh, but he was giving a lot more than he was taking.
Well, if Eaton wins by 1 point on the scorecards, it'll be that sucker punch that began the bout, which stands as the difference between Bill Eaton and Butterbean Esch. Here's Michael Buffer with the answer we're all waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecards, how about a round of applause for the 4 rounds of heavyweight action, the Cowboy and the Butterbean. We go to the Budweiser scoring. Art Lurie scores the bout 39-36. He has it for Cowboy Bill Eaton. Al Lefkowitz, pardon me, Dwayne Ford scores the bout 38-38. He has it even. Al Lefkowitz scores it 38-38. He has it even. It is a majority draw.
Fix!